Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center. Here to congratulate you on your purchase of your StarCraft Homestead 310 SKS fifth wheel. I'm here to walk you around the unit, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First and foremost, I want you to take into consideration your slide. Once you've got that out, which I've already done for you, look to see how much room you're going to need. When you park, leave plenty of room for that to come in and out unhindered, and preferably a path for you to walk along this side. Don't want nothing hanging over it, not directly, less for you have to clean off. Then I want you to think about where your power and water hookups are. Your power is going to be on your off camp side toward the front of the unit, just ahead of the slide. And then your water hookup is going to be at the rear of the unit on your off camp side. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you've arrived, and unhook your hitch, bring your legs down, get our unit nice and level. Once we've got a level, let's stabilize the unit. On the back corners, the stabilizing jacks, 3/4 inch crank will bring that down in a matter of seconds. You can't use an impact driver or a drill gun on these. Just when you get toward the bottom, slow down, because you only want to use this to stabilize the unit, not to level the unit. I recommend grabbing a couple of jack pads from our store. It's going to better distribute the weight, protect your feet from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer, keeps it from sinking in the ground. Just grab a 2-pack of those. You got a 10% off coupon. You might as well use it up. Once you got your unit level and stable, go ahead and hook up our power. As you see, you got a big long 30 amp cord. At the end of that 30 amp cord, should you need it, is a 30 to 110 adapter, so you can plug in at home. The way these go on now is they go in at an angle and twist to the right, and then put on your black washer. Holds it nice and tight on there. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At the rear of your unit, next to your outdoor shower, is where your fresh water is going to go in. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. This has a 60 psi max. This can protect the line in your units. You don't know what the water pressure is set at different points, so always use this. Hook it up, hook up your hose, but don't turn on our hose yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Here on your campsite, and your campsite here is your water heater. All we're going to do at this point is we turn our drain plug. Make sure that's in there nice and tight. Once that's in there all the way tight, then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Once your hose has been out for a little while, you're going to come up to this pressure release valve. You release the air out of the lines until you get a nice steady flow of water coming out of here. Then you know your hot water heater is lit and is full and can be lit from indoors. There is an on-off switch here. Only use this electric element if you're hooked up to 110. When you're hooked up to 110, turn this on as well as turning on your water heater indoors. Turning back over your off camp side. Got a water hook up there. Let's say you're going to go camping and you're dry docking. You're not going to use city water. Up here underneath your power cord is your potable water tank. Simply use a hose to fill this. 2 ways to tell when it's full. there's an overflow vent right here. Or on the inside where you press the button to check the levels of your tanks, you can press your fresh water button down and that'll tell when this is full as well. Now just remember, burp your hot water heater the same way if you're using potable water. Get the air out of the lines, turn it on indoors. Just remember, when using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water, it's already pressurized. So we're all hooked up with water and electricity. Let me walk you around the outside of the unit, show you a few other things. You have your propane here. Again, your power and potable water. This is your furnace heat release. If you have your furnace running, steer clear of that, it'll get rather warm. Down there's where we'll dump our tanks when we're leaving the campsite. Around on your slide, you do have some storage here. Again, you have this utility shower. Here's where you plug into the cable at the campsite. And again, your fresh water. Spare tire with a cover. Not much to talk about on your campsite. You got a couple of 110s here. Again, your hot water heater. This is access to the back of your fridge. That is a vent for your microwave. You do have a lip here, so you do want to hook up a grill. Right there's your quick connect LP. Sewage hose for dumping, big pass-through storage area. Over on this side, the other propane. Here's where your regulator's at. Simply point this toward the tank you wish to be using, this side or the other side. And then in the front here, here's your battery post. There's your hand crank for your stabilizing jacks. And up here is where you'll retract or extend your leveling jacks. Your front landing jacks. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. You do have a bubble level here on the front of your unit. I recommend getting one on the side so you can tell when the whole unit's level this way. Coming up inside your unit. First thing I want you and everyone that's camping with you to know that the fire extinguisher is located by the entry door. Make sure everyone knows what's at in case of emergency. Coming in your unit here, put your lighting. Coming around the unit, your self-explanatory microwave. So it does have a light and a vent. Your stove, this metal top makes an excellent backsplash. Put this set up there just right. So down here, simply turn on your gas to light. We'll go with the middle one and hit your spark. And when your gas is on, it'll come on. It's all shut off right now. Your fridge. Up top, your controls. Simply turn it on. Right now it's on auto. Auto means it's running off electricity when plugged in. As soon as you unplug, it'll go to gas. Simply release that button and now you're on all gas. Shut it off. Controls inside. Push on this to release that. Over here is your access panel. Your fuse box and breaker box. Down here's your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. If you do hook up a TV in here, before you run a digital channel scan, push this button in and make sure that green light's on. This is a digital channel enhancer. It'll allow you to pick up more stations. Your sound system. Here's your smoke alarm in the ceiling. Indoor speakers. Down here you do have a hand crank open power vent here. Coming up into your bedroom hallway is your thermostat. Simply turn it to cool, or furnace. Let's kick it on and set it at the desired temperature. In the hallway you have lights and a slide for your bedroom. It's all the way in right now. Simply hit out and your slide will go out. That takes a couple of seconds. Then I'll run that back in. Not much more to talk about in your bedroom, other than it is prep for a TV back here. In your bathroom, good lighting here, is where your 110 with GFCI reset's going to be at. That about covers everything on the inside. We'll say your bathroom, just a hand crank open power fan, exhaust fan here. And snap this down. Make sure you snap that for travel. Alright, so as we're getting ready to leave the campsite, a couple things I want you to take into consideration. We've already closed the bedroom slide, but if we hadn't, you need to keep an eye on the end there and make sure nothing's going to impede the slide from coming in. Same thing here in the living room. Make sure nothing's in the way of the slide coming in. Up inside this cabinet here in the entryway will be our slide control. We'll run that in a moment. So up here is where you check your tanks. Your galley tank, your gray tank, your black tank, your fresh. That's your fresh tank button I said you can hold when filling your potable water. There's your battery. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Down here is where you turn on your water heater. And up here we'll bring the slide room in. Just hold that button in. Like I said, just make sure nothing's in the way of it. Comes in just a matter of seconds here. Now once this is in, I like to go through the unit, make sure that all of the interior lights are shut off. Some of them are individual lights that you may have to shut off by hand. You see the importance of making sure nothing's in the way of the slide coming in. If you ever put chairs down here in the end, make sure you turn them sideways. Shut off all of our lighting and head out of the unit. Very important. Lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle. Close our steps. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Come to your hot water heater. You're going to take this pressure release valve and pull it all the way up and leave it open like that. That's going to drain all the water out. After this stops draining, make sure you put that back down so you can close this door and pull your drain plug. Then don't forget to close your hot water heater. Believe it or not, a lot of people forget. Unhook our water, unhook our cable. Unhook our power and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, take the sewage hose that comes conveniently in your convenience pack. Hook it up right here, and first pull your black tank. Always pull your black tank first. That's going to be your sewage. Once that sounds like it's done, close that handle and pull your gray tank. Now, your gray tank is going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Take that sewage hose, come to the back of the unit, and store it inside your bumper. This should come off here. It's a nice sanitary place to keep it. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.